Investor enthusiasm around AI has driven the Magnificent Seven tech stocks toward another banner year. Then when looking ahead to 2025, the AI hype is not only expected to continue, but also spread even further. Yahoo Finance's Josh Schaefer joining us now with more. Josh.
Hey, Kiko. Yeah, so one of the key trends going into 2025 that equity strategists are talking about is the broadening out of this AI trade. So, of course, we've been talking about the Magnificent Seven, names like Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, NVIDIA, of course. And so the overall theme is that we're going to move from just those seven names into AI seeping into and reading earnings for the other S&P 493. So Goldman Sachs was out with a chart in their 2025 equity outlook, looking at the narrowing performance that you're expected to see between the Magnificent Seven and the other 493. So you look, Magnificent Seven beat by 63 percentage points in 2023. They were up more than 20 percentage points in 2024. That's expected to narrow to just 7. So the question is, well, where is that AI revenue, or where are those AI returns coming from, right? What areas of the market are we talking about here? So Goldman sort of spreads this into a couple buckets. They said there was, of course, the NVIDIA surge, kind of that ground level companies that started the AI trend. Then there's the AI infrastructure trade. So this would include semiconductors, maybe even companies in the utility space that are helping power this AI trend. That's the top line on your chart right there. That's the white line. We saw a big rally in utilities this year, one of the leading sectors in the S&P 500. Where they think things spread in 2025 is that blue line, enabled revenues. So this is companies that are going to see their revenues increase from AI, but they're not necessarily spending and buying all of the chips like some of the key Mag 7 companies we've been talking about. This would include companies like a MasterCard, Salesforce, Adobe. Salesforce, really a good example here, guys, of how we've already started to see this trade start to spread out as we move to the software side of the AI trade. Salesforce stock about a month ago saw about a 10% pop after its earnings, when they talked a lot about how AI is going to be a key driver for them in 2025.
Josh, when Goldman talks about this sort of changing of the AI guard, does that also imply that they see sort of the, now we think of the traditional AI infrastructure stocks, are they telling clients we expect those to underperform next year?
Yeah, Josh, this is a good question. So they're not really saying underperform as much as maybe not outperform to the level of that revenues basket, right? So they're not saying, sell NVIDIA. We're out on NVIDIA. We're out on AI infrastructure as a whole. And one thing I should bring up too, Josh, is there's sort of a key debate right now on how far the power trade has to go, that utilities trade within AI. You could talk to a lot of strategists that's one of their overweights going into next year. They feel like there's still more room to run within some of those stocks, but that's going to be a key tipping point in 2025 is how far can that trade run? Operating these servers, of course, takes a lot more power than would normally be required to operate something like a cloud server when we're talking about these AI servers. So it's going to be important to see how much power is really being used here as we continue to talk about this build out. A lot of people feel like there's more room to run in that sort of trade.